Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
If you're a football fan and didn't see the Thursday night matchup between the Steelers and the Browns, you missed arguably probably the best game of the season so far. That game was phenomenal. Started out like a normal losing Browns game, and then the snow hit because football should be played in the elements, played in the snow. We don't have a dome for a reason because some of the best games happen when you're out in the elements. And on top of that, the cherry on top, the Browns actually won that game. If you're a football fan and didn't see that game, go back and watch that game. At least watch the second half. It was amazing. Some of the best football played this year. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and why in the world am I talking about football? Well, for one, because the Browns beat the Steelers in a great, crazy snow game. But more importantly, I've got this beer right here. It's a football-themed beer, and it's called Through the Uprights. So it just seemed fitting to talk about that amazing game that just happened a couple nights ago before reviewing this beer. So like I said, this is Through the Uprights. It's from Hop Butcher for the World out of Chicago. I bought this at Rozis last week for $4.85. Been seeing a lot of these Hop Butcher beers come up in Rozis. And of course, it's a Hop Butcher beer, so it's a double India Pale Ale. Citra, Nelson Sauvin, Amarillo, and Simcoe hop. This comes in at, well, that's kind of hard to read on the can. Good thing I wrote it down. 7.75% ABV. On the bottom here, there is a date, September 4th, 2024. And unfortunately, it's a little blurry because there's a couple of sayings on the bottom, but I can't read them. Wonder what they were. It's something it. I don't know. That's unfortunate. I can't read the bottom of the can because I'm sure it was related to football somehow. Now, if you watch my channel, you've heard me talk about Rozis before. He surprisingly just reviewed this and posted a review the other night. Go check out his review after you're done watching my review. I'll actually link that down below so you can see what his opinion is after you finish watching my review. Go check his channel out as well. He's a great dude. If you like Hop Butcher beers, he's all over the Hop Butcher. He's a big IPA guy, so go check him out. So on the back here, they always have these tasting notes. And sometimes you can read them, sometimes you can't. This font and the writing's a little hard. Maybe they should make it a little bolder. Of course, my lighting is terrible. I think this says juicy orange, sweet stone fruit, and something white grape. Okay, so that's what we should be looking for. And I also have the artist on here, Dan Grizeka. I think that person was the artist on another Hop Butcher beer I did recently. I linked his links down below in the description. I'll do that once again because I think I was able to find his website or whatever. But again, this is a football-themed beer, Through the Uprights. Check that out once again because the Browns kept putting it through the uprights as well as scoring touchdowns in that amazing snow game. But I'm sure you're tired of hearing me talk about football. So let's get into the beer. On Untapped, this gets a 4.10 with 1.7 thousand check-ins. On Beer Advocate, it gets a 90 outstanding, but there's only 14 check-ins. Get my nose in there. That's fruity. Do actually get like a little bit of a pear scent to it. That's surprising because I don't think I've ever had a beer that kind of had a pear scent to it. But you're getting some stone fruit and like I said, pear. Huh. That's kind of wild. Typical of their beers, it's very cloudy, very thick. Kind of on the lighter side of the color chart here. I'd probably give that about a 3. I don't know. It's got that chalky whiteness that it has. Always throws me off on the color. I think I'll actually go down into about a 5 on that. Because when you look through the body of the beer, it's much darker orange. But it's still got that chalky whiteness to it. Has about a pinky's worth of frothy white head. And yeah, it's just big, juicy fruit, pear. I don't get much other than that. So let's go into the taste, see what it's like. Cheers, everybody. Go Browns. medium body. And that kind of has a pear flavor to it. It's juicy, it's fruity. I don't know about orange so much. I mean, you do get some, in the back end, you do get a little bit of fresh citrus orange. But up front, there's a little bit of pear. There's a little bit of sweetness. It's almost candy-like. Yeah, you get like, as it goes across your palate, you get like up front some almost pear notes. And then it's some candy sweetness that turns into pine bitterness. And after you swallow on the back end, get a little bit of that like orange citrusness to it. .75%, no indication of the alcohol. Now, Hot Butcher always does all these IPAs, double IPAs, triple IPAs, but don't let that scare you off. So I know everybody thinks double, triple, quadruple, whatever IPA is just going to be punch you in the mouth hops, just crazy hop, bitter nonsense. Hot Butcher does a really good job of teasing out the fruitiness and the different nuances of the actual hops and not just overpowering you with bitterness. This is another one of those good beers. You do get bitterness, but there's lots of nice fruitiness to it. Like I said, a little bit of that piney bitterness. It's a nice, flavorful beer. Really good beer. I give this beer big horns up. If you see this beer and you're a football fan, definitely go buy it. Go check it out. It's a cool beer to have. It's cool seeing a Hot Butcher all around Cleveland now, or at least the beer shop I always go to at Rozis. Big horns up to the Browns, way to destroy the Steelers in the snow game. That was an amazing game again. If you football fan and didn't watch that Thursday night game, go back and check out at least the last half of that Thursday night game, because it was just amazing in the snow. And how quickly it was snowing and the blizzard. But this is a beer channel. So go check out the Hot Butcher. Have you been to the Hot Butcher? I need to go to the Hot Butcher because I've been seeing all their beers everywhere lately, a lot of their beers. I need to go check them out next time I'm in Chicago. And as always, embrace the adventure.